And welcome in, everybody, to the Wood TV Plus studio. I'm Phil Pinarski, joined once again by Storm teammate meteorologist Sara Flynn, because it's a pretty busy day for us here in West Michigan. Of course, we are just waiting just a few more hours for the Acrisure Amphitheater to open up with that opening ceremony concert with Lionel Richie. But there's a lot of other events happening all across West Michigan all weekend long, and that's why we wanted to bring Sara on, because we're expecting a little bit of different weather than maybe what we've seen over these past couple of days leading into this weekend. We just want to make sure that everybody is aware of what's headed our way, what to expect. And of course, if you've got questions, we'll try to get to as many of them as we can during the stream, just about the weather, when it might be hitting, and temperatures, anything like that. If you've got questions, please leave them down below. We'll also be letting you know a little bit about the Acrisure Amphitheater as well at the end of the stream. But Sara, let's go ahead and just start off talking about the weather, specifically what we can kind of expect later tonight, actually.
Yeah, so get this, Phil. So far this May, we have the 12th coldest start on record in Grand Rapids.
It's felt like it.
It's felt like it.
Yeah.
It looks like it too. Yesterday was nice. We're getting nicer into the weekend in terms of warmer temperatures, but there is a bit of activity coming our way. So I do want to start off with just showing, if you're going to the Acrisure Amphitheater tonight, this is what you can expect. It is pretty cloudy out there right now, but we're starting to see some clearing, and that should be the case throughout the afternoon and evening. A good mix of sun and cloud cover. Temperatures as you're walking in about 70 degrees, and as you're leaving in the mid 60s. So a pretty comfortable night. Winds a touch breezy right now coming from the south, but not expected to be a huge factor. So even if you're not headed out to maybe the performance, even headed downtown or really anywhere across West Michigan, should be a pretty nice spring night for us. That does change a little bit though as we slide overnight. You'll look at our future cast this afternoon and not a whole lot of activity popping up. But starting around 2, 3 in the morning, we're going to start to see this batch of showers and thunderstorms form off to our west, arriving in our area between about 4 and 5 in the morning. Looks a little bit intimidating, but due to the timing and nature of this system, we're not particularly concerned about severe weather, but we'll likely have some heavy rain and some thunder, so something you may be waking up to. It's a fast-moving system. By the time we get to about that 9, 10, 11 a.m. time frame, we make a quick return to dry conditions. Will be a cloudy start to our Saturday, but much like today, we are expecting just a little bit of clearing into the afternoon and evening time frame, paving the way for a lot of sunshine. So that's round 1 of storms that we're tracking. We still are getting clipped by this marginal risk, which is just a level 1 out of 5 on our scale. You'll notice it really targets areas a little bit further off to our south. Gusty winds would be our primary concern with this line coming on shore. And based on the setup of it, I do think maybe it could get extended further northward for our lakeshore counties. Overall concern, though, Phil, pretty low. So we have that going for us. But you'll probably hear some heavy rain. Or maybe you could put your flowers out finally.
See, there we go. Finally.
To get a nice watering. Here's a snapshot of our weekend. It gets warm Saturday afternoon. We're talking a high of 78. We're up to 80 on Sunday for a high. But a lot of times during this time of the year, you can't have these quick warm-ups without the rain and thunderstorm chances. So we just talked about that Saturday morning system. Saturday afternoon and evening is dry, and even Sunday morning looking pretty dry for us. So I'll show you our extended here. This is Sunday at 8 a.m. Should be dry out there, no concerns. Into the afternoon, we start to see what could be a chance for a few showers, likely initially south of Grand Rapids, but all in all, not a terrible day. It's not a washout, meaning we won't have consistent showers the entire day. Now, Monday should start off dry too, but I do think we could have some rain earlier on in the day. We're most concerned about this system sweeping in Monday night. That could give us a chance for some strong to severe weather, but you'll notice that warm front's actually to our north, well to our north. So it's going to kick up really the more dangerous or intense storms in areas like the UP, portions of Wisconsin, even Minnesota and Iowa. We very well could dodge the worst of this system, but you should absolutely expect some showers and thunderstorms and even some rain with the passage of that cold front into Tuesday. So Monday's the day we're watching most. Again, that likely is in that orange color, which I just mentioned, remains off to our west. We are fully engulfed in the possibility, which more often than not equates to a level 1 or 2 risk, that marginal or slight. So we'll see what they decide to go with as we move into tomorrow. I think there's a good chance we see a slight at the lakeshore and a marginal further inland. Tuesday, not a huge concern for us, but there is probably going to be a severe threat off to our southwest, so it's something we'll watch. Could be early Tuesday morning, and we could see a few more showers develop in the afternoon time frame. So 2 systems that we're tracking there that may impact your weekend plans. But honestly, Phil, with the timing of it, Saturday morning and Sunday night, much of our days should be dry. So hopefully we can enjoy some of those 80s.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that is some good news. When I first saw the forecast and I saw 80s, I was like, oh my gosh, thankfully, we're finally starting to feel like that summer. But again, that too brings the rain. And so
Yes.
again, just something to kind of keep an eye out for. But again, like I said, there's a lot going on in West Michigan. So if the days are at least kind of nice, manageable, you know, you can be outside and enjoy the weather. I mean, we'll take that, I guess, compared to what we've kind of been dealing with so far this May.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've had several questions come in. And is this it? Are we in the 80s for good? The short answer is no. It will get a little bit cooler towards the middle of next week, but nothing crazy.
Okay.
Coldest day we have in the forecast is 65 on Thursday, which, by the way, is what it was yesterday. So put that in comparison.
And yesterday felt great.
I know. It was wonderful. I think we are done with the 50s for high temperatures, and we should be done with the freezing low temperatures. Again, chilly start to May, warm end here. We'll give you a snapshot of this 8-day forecast real quick. We'll dive more into detail coming up at noon about these storm chances, and we'll also talk more specifics on Memorial Day weekend. It's just barely clipping our 8-day forecast next Friday, if you consider that. And that weekend could have some changes in store for us, too. So, again, we'll talk more about that coming up at noon on News 8. That's just about an hour away.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm sure we'll be talking again right here in the Wood TV Plus studio next week as well, kind of getting everybody a look ahead to the Memorial Day weekend, making sure that if you're traveling, you know, when's the best time to go, when's the best time to maybe avoid, maybe stay put a little bit. So, again, we'll be bringing you all that starting next week. But Sarah, again, thank you so much for helping us kind of break down everything that we're going to be seeing, especially later tonight. I know a lot of people are super excited to see Lionel Richie at that Acrisure Amphitheater. It's going to be a great time tonight.
Very glad it'll be dry for them and warm.